What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time dropping in, Tom and Kentner here. Today we're working on another bug eye Subaru. I figured y'all liked the last Subaru video, so we're just going to make a quick one on this. But this is Adrian's dad's bug eye that we just pulled the motor out of. It's got 330,000 miles on it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's 330.
I think it's 330.
I can't remember, but it's well over 300.
Yeah, we might have to hook the battery up when we get it back together.
Yeah.
And verify. But I originally programmed this car around 105,000 miles. Open source programming at that. But yeah, so it has I want to say it had a Blouch. It's either a 16G or an 18G.
Yeah, we're going to have to do some investigating on that.
Yeah. But the car is STI swapped. It's got the Brimbos, the hubs, everything.
Trans, carbon drive shaft.
Yeah, real solid little bug eye that we've put together over the years. And it was a customer's car, and then I bought it off the customer, and then his dad wanted to buy it off me, and needed the money to buy this building, so it all
all comes around.
yeah. So it's been been handed around, but real solid car, and I just figured it'd be a good video to tear down a Subaru engine over 300,000 miles and see what we find. And I think it just is good maintenance on his part and checking your oil, and he goes out with the old lady and goes on trips, and they've really fell in love with this car, and it's kind of cool because his dad really likes American cars too. So but yeah, I was just gonna show a teardown of this motor and see what we get into today. What motor did he end up going with?
So the motor that's in it now is just your typical 2-liter that comes in a WRX, your bone stock WRX engine. It does have the Blouch turbo, like Tommy said, and then just simple things like a parent inlet. It does have STI injectors in it, but apart from that, bone stock.
Yeah.
And it's been living that way for quite a while, and we just started noticing some issues with some random misfires and some oil consumption, and which you'd expect at 300,000 miles.
Right.
But we just kind of decided it was time to, he's invested in the car. He doesn't have a plan on getting rid of it. He enjoys it too much. So we got a hold of Outfront Motorsports and ordered a 2.5 hybrid. So that'll be a 2.5 STI style bottom end, forged rod, forged piston, and then we'll get the 2.0 heads rebuilt and put the 2.0 heads back on the 2.5 motor, and basically have everything that an STI is at that point, other than camped adjustable cams.
AVCS. Yeah.
But it'll be a 2.5 hybrid, STI trans, STI brakes, STI everything at this point. So we're going to go ahead and put ID 1300s in it. We're going to put it on flex fuel, and we're going to keep the same turbo for now. He wants more, but I think going with the added compression, the added displacement of the 2.5 mixed with a motor that's not 300,000 miles
right.
is going to feel like quite a big jump already.
Yeah, and ethanol too. That would be a big step up.
Plus, he daily drives his car an hour each way to work. Him and my mom will put 200-300 miles on a weekend just cruising around.
Yeah.
And also he has a race car, so he doesn't need 2 race cars.
You always need 2 race cars.
But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get this one tore down, get the heads over to the machine shop, get them gone through, and then once we get the motor put back together, not only are we doing the 2.5 hybrid and all that stuff, but this car is also getting a Haltech S3.
Yep.
That's one of Haltech's new ECUs. Wi-Fi tuning capability, built-in O2 sensors. I mean, it's
Everything.
all the bells and whistles.
Yep.
So, yeah. So the old man's gonna have a pretty cool little Subaru at the end of all this.
Right.
There's always more stuff we could do. I wouldn't mind doing an intercooler and stuff like that someday, but we'll take it off in stages for now. So
Yep.
go from there.
All right. Well, we're gonna let Adrian get to tearing this down, and y'all get to watch it.
Yeah, I gotta keep dreaming, gotta keep going, yeah, I gotta keep pushing, gotta keep breathing, yeah, I gotta keep working, yeah, at least for the moment, start with $1 million, and I want my mansion, so my family knows that, we are set for life, yeah, ain't nothing that's gonna take over, shit, nobody gonna take it, but I grab it, I'ma have it, I've been cut to my habits, so I gotta do it, man, I tell them the madness, cause I be really putting, man, I want my status, damn, they gonna see that I do this, they gonna see that I did this, though, now they say, oh shit, I can't do the same when you kidding, bro, cause I spend my time just working, but I spend my time just grinding, but I spend my time in the studio with these lyrics, just combining, just fortune all these diamonds, cause I made it from far, and nobody believed it, but I showed them what I was, it's sure. Cause I am a monster and back on my run, yeah, I'm about to show them what I have been on, yeah, yes, I'm about to do it when they see that I'm on, yeah, cause we pull up with action, yeah, we make them all believe.
All right, guys. Let's see what Adrian found.
All right, so this is my dad's 300,000 mile Subaru engine.
Yep.
Right. So 300,000 miles. Overall, pistons are all in good shape. None of them have broken ringlands, melted pistons, nothing like that. There's still a decent amount of cross hatching in the cylinder walls. There's obvious wear in the cylinder walls as well. But one of the big things we found is over here on this cylinder here. If you look, you can see around the outside edge, the piston is clean. That's usually an indication of some blow-by, and in turn, that just ends up cleaning the outside edge of the piston.
Yeah, like the oil ring is filled.
Yeah, oil ring or even a compression ring. It's just allowing that oil to get up through. Chances are, if we tore this the rest of the way down, up on the wrist pin, you'd see a bunch of sludgy oil from getting baked on. Now, short block wise, didn't find anything. Everything looked pretty square, about what I'd expect for a motor with that many miles on it. However, we know that there was blow-by. We know that there was misfires. I did pull out 2 plugs, and 2 plugs, the gap got open quite a bit, so we're not 100% sure what caused that.
Right.
But on the other side, we have the cylinder heads. And on this cylinder head, which is that same cylinder that has the clean piston, we have a valve that is not happy. You can see the valve itself has about 4 or 5 holes in it, and it is definitely tuliped, which means that valve got extremely hot.
Yeah.
And allowed the valve to actually disform. And it's odd because the other 3 valves in that cylinder look fine.
Right.
So there's probably with 300,000 miles in the blow-by, there's probably a lot of carbon buildup on the valve, and
When probably when the oil hit it, it just was.
yeah, and carbon buildup, it's kind of like coal in a fire, right? Like the carbon buildup is going to hold that heat and just keep building more and more heat up. So that's probably what was the death of that valve.
Yeah.
But that would explain the oil we found in the turbo inlet.
Yes.
We had, obvious set of rings that were wore out, and then that would explain our misfire. And it sounded like it was down on a cylinder because it 100% was. There was
Yeah.
0 compression in that cylinder with the way that valve looks.
Yep.
So at least we found a smoking gun. That's always good. It never is fun seeing damage like that.
No.
We're going to drop these off at the machine shop, make sure that they get a clean bill of health, get a new set of exhaust valves put in it, and as long as everything else checks out, we'll get it all set together on the new motor. But yeah, that's about it.
All right, we just want to give y'all a quick look of a breakdown of a 300,000 plus mile Subaru engine. Guys, if y'all like the video, hit that subscribe. We got more coming. I'm going to try to get another video out on Betty White, take y'all for a ride in it, and maybe show you like the ins and out of the Haltech system, and go from there. But we also got more coming on the Supra soon. I'll get y'all an update on it, and maybe the events that we plan to go to this year, so y'all can make arrangements and go from there. But it's been fun as always, so hit that like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.